Hello everyone and welcome to a special CSN broadcast tonight from Manatee High School as the Manatee Hurricanes host the St. Pete Green Devils in what is the district final match for the SSHAA Girls Varsity Soccer. Just two district losses between these two schools this season, so it's sure to be a great match headed on tonight. And with that, we have the opening whistle in the first possession going to the Green Devils. Green Devils playing in a forward-centric formation. Here they are now on the edge of the 18. Rebecca Burns, a nice job to block that one for Manatee. Meredith Roberts playing the lone forward spot for the Canes. Very identical formations here for both teams. Not much possession so far. So you can expect the energy from both teams with the importance of this game. A mishandle there from Krebser leads to a turnover. But Manatee doing a nice job so far to defend it. Can they clear it? They get it released up to Breathitt in the middle. And now she takes it out, trying to get some space on the far side. Einsman feeds Roberts up top. Manatee tries to advance, but They're met with fierce opposition. Now forced to go back and forth between their defensive line. Christensen now with it in space in the midfield. Trying to get a through ball to Schaefer. It's a great ball. Can Schaefer get there? She does. To the top of the 18. Roberts trying to fight for it, but just behind her will go out for a Manatee throw-in. Manatee coming off an 8-0 win on Wednesday night to get them to this point. Assume the opposition will be a little bit closer here. Into the box goes Manatee. They've now got space. They're wisely cleared out. They'll go for another throw-in for the home team. Shaver the throw into Einsman. She likes that long pass. Steps up into the 18. I think you might have had an offside call there. But instead it'll go for a goal kick. Taylor Marquise now to take it from her own goal. So be sure to be highlighted this game. Blasting it up to the midfield line. But only finding the head of a Manatee player. Cheryl Washington letting it go a little bit out of her reach. Manatee now taking over. Breathen back to Gould. As Manatee begins to take their time with their attack. Burns with it now outside to Einsman. To Schaefer. The through ball to Christensen. Good ball. She tries to feed Roberts in the middle. They're trying to get the ball to their goal scorer early. Christensen works off the ball. The Green Devils trying to feed Washington. Crabs her up. Can't find a teammate there. The ball is still bouncing around everywhere. Palmer into the middle. Finding Roberts. Can she get some open space for the shot, and it's snuffed out. Green Devils now with space. Gould steps up to intercept that pass. Washington there. A give and go with Anderson down the sideline. They'll go for a throw in here for St. Pete. The throw into Washington. Knocks across the 18. Wisely cleared out by Rebecca Burns. Corner kick now for the Green Devils will be the first of the game. Barnhart will be the one to take it. A lot of bodies in that 18-yard box. It's close to the 6. It's tapped towards goal. Manatee survives that one. As Himes had to carry that one out. Very dangerous there for Manatee. As that ball went bouncing a couple times across the 6-yard box. That's usually not a good thing for the defense, but they survived that one. Into the middle. Lindsay Gould again steps to it. Palmer trying to win back possession. Beeson now trying to make something of it. Breathen works her off of it. Palmer, a good through ball here. Roberts gets to it. Can she get around her defender? Trying to work her way into the 18-yard box. Out of bounds. It'll be a Manatee throw-in. Kempsey will be the one to take it for Manatee. 3 players in the box. Still trying to feed Roberts. Not a lot of space is there. They're going to do whatever they can to try and get her the ball. It might have to come at quicker passing, shorter runs, something to get her some space, because one-on-one you can tell the Green Devils are keying in on her. Himes trying to step. Christensen trying to step. But the Green Devils bring it all the way up to midfield before Deanna Blessing gets in front of it. Roberts to Palmer. A give and go there. Knocked away by the Green Devils. Christensen looking for space. Needs one move. She can't get it. Christensen not giving up, though. Working to win back possession, and she at least gets a throw in on that far side. Einsman to take it. She'll just give it back to Burns. Burns now switching fields. And a tough challenge there from Krebser. Takes Anderson to the ground. And it'll lead to a free kick for the Green Devils. Sorry, not Anderson. It's actually Sarah Green. Marquise kicks it up. Burns the first one to it. But St. Pete with possession. Schaefer a good block. It'll go out of bounds for a St. Pete throw on the far side, right at midfield. Quick throw to restart things. A pass back, and it's there when Roberts trying to get there. Almost. She's got the speed to take that all the way one-on-one if she could have got to it. St. Pete now trying to be careful with the way they bring the ball up. A great through ball. Just too much on it. Blessing now in the middle. Out to Einsman. Into Roberts. Burns winning it with her head. Himes keeping it inbounds. Washington now with it for St. Petersburg, trying to cross. Krebser, the first one there to it. Blessing knocking it up. The flick there from Roberts, trying to get Palmer going behind her. Einsman on it. Christensen now. Back to Einsman. Putting her head up. Looked like she wanted to switch it there, but just nothing. Nothing available in open space. Very different game than it was when we were here 2 nights ago on Wednesday night, when Manatee basically just imposed their will. And Pinellas Park gave them all the space in the world. That's not what you want to do with this speedy Manatee team. And you see St. Petersburg playing much better defense against them. Palmer trying to just capitalize off a mistake just out of her reach. Rebecca Burns now stepping in front of it, stopping that attack. Everything really being played in that neutral third of the field. That's a sign of two very evenly matched teams. Einsman up to Schaefer. Schaefer clearing it all the way into the 18, trying to find Palmer, but Marquis first one there. Rolling it out now. Green booting it up to Washington. Washington, a good move there on Krebser. But Krebser trying to turn on the speed to get in front of her. And a bit of a clothesline there on Lindsay Gould. Surprised that didn't warrant at least a talking to from the ref. There's no chance of a soccer play on that one from Washington. Now trying to feed her in the middle. Burns just clearing it up the midfield. Roberts trying to capitalize off a mistake. Left it now back to Gould. Now Krebs on the near side. Green does a nice job working. Krebs it off the ball. And now Barnhart with it. St. Petersburg at a bad pass. Will go out of bounds right at that midfield line. Still Manatee throwing. Throw-in reaches Roberts. Roberts tries to switch field to Schaefer. Schaefer now into the 18. Sliding out. And it'll be a corner kick. First substitution of the game. We'll see Clarissa Palmer come out and City Morrow take her place. Four players in the box for Manatee, including center back Rebecca Burns. St. Pete now on the counter attack. Trying the long ball up, but Gould there to take it. Not a good clear there from her. St. Petersburg still on it. Now knocking it into the 18. Einsman's the first one there to face it. Einsman gets that ball up and now out. A good move there from her to get some open space, and Rebecca Burns doing what she had to do, just knocking it out. What happens when you try to draw the attack in for too long, then it can really get on top of you, and that's when you just got to boot it out. Washington now with it for St. Pete. Einsman bodying her up. We get a cross into the 18. Burns just knocking it out again. Throw in here for St. Pete. Right on the edge of the 18. Himes now trying to work her way to possession. Now fighting off Washington. Christensen now with it. She's got space coming up to the midfield line, but pulls it back. Himes called for an unintentional handball. Ball going through. No offsides has been called, and the shot at goal is just wide right. The official saying it was a well-timed run. You could see Manatee was trying to get St. Petersburg on an offside trap. But I'm not sure if the ref just wasn't anticipating the step up from Manatee, or that run really was just perfect. It would have had to been one or two. Goal kick, intercepted by Washington, but not for long. It's just cleared up. So Marquise taking it way outside her 18-yard box. Out of bounds, she plays it. Roberts there just to knock it out. Teamy stuff there from Barnhart. Got to move back a couple of yards and take that throw in again. Oh, goes up trying to feed Green in the middle. Manatee super corralling that. Slow roller. She'll beat it up to midfield. Christensen's on it. Trying to speed past her man, now handing it off to Schaefer. Schaefer losing it in the clutter. And now St. Petersburg trying to make something of it. Burns heading it up towards midfield. Gould there to save her as it bounces back. And now both teams just trying to gain some sort of possession of that midfield line. They're trying to feed Roberts. She is the first one to it. She's got someone. There with this, just outside the bar. I believe that was City Morrow who was coming into the 18-yard box completely unguarded. If Roberts could have just dumped that one off, that would have been an easy goal for her. It's tough to see. She had two defenders in front of her. Not a lot of chances of goal while seeing this game, so sometimes you just got to take what's given to you. She did there, and it's just wide of that left post. Christensen too much of her arm. She'll get called. We'll get a free kick here for the Green Devils. Handball there from St. Pete. We'll get a restart. Rebecca Burns just knocking it up, trying to find Roberts herself. Christensen working her way to possession. And Lindsay Gould knocking it up. Himes in the middle. Menachie just trying to find some open space. A good move from Eichmann there to get a little bit of it. She knocks it up to the 18, but Marquise aggressive there to go get it. It's going to be tough beating this keeper for Menachie. I can tell that already. And as always for St. Pete, it's going to be tough getting by this Menachie back four. Chester trying to knock it in the middle to a teammate, but she knocks it too far in the air. We'll get a foul on her, and there'll be a free kick for St. Pete. Now an in-swinger towards the 18. It's deep far. Caught by the goalie. Out of bounds on St. Petersburg. Menachie throw in. And we'll see Sydney Cornell check into the game. She'll take out Sydney Morrow. Cornell did not play in that Wednesday semifinal. This is the first we're seeing her of the district postseason. St. Pete throwing after a clear out of bounds from Himes. St. Pete knocking it in the middle. Gould, the first one to that long pass. And now again stepping Lindsay Gould. Washington given space. She takes it, it's blocked by Lindsay Gould. Now a through ball down the green. It's inside the 18 and she knocks it away. Just out of reach of her teammates. It'll go for a Menachie goal kick. That's the first 20 minutes of this one. We approach the water break. It is a 0-0, very even match between the St. Pete Green Devils and the Menachie Hurricanes. Restarting the first half here from a goal kick. Bouncing off a Menachie player now into Becca Burns. Just trying to clear up the midfield. She does. Blessing on it. Down to the sideline, just out of the reach of Schaefer. Schaefer winning it back off the St. Pete throw-in. But only for a moment, she is outnumbered there. Sandy Cornell there to pressure. But St. Pete maintaining possession, getting it up to Washington. Now kicked away by Gould. Christensen outside to Krebser. Now trying to find Cornell down the sideline. We're going to throw in here for the Green Devils. Trying to find Green. It's over her head. Himes now to the middle of the field. Himes now to restart on the throw. Getting it to Christensen. She could have space here. Nicely headed away by the Green Devil defense. Ball well defended by Himes on the far side. We'll get another throw in.
Cornell there to take care of it. Now Schaefer fighting for it, goes out of bounds. Himes into Christensen. Down the sideline. Trying to find Roberts, but it slowly rolls out. Hits the flag, still in. She tries to clear it up. Christensen, a hard challenge. Gould there, the first one of that long ball. And a foul of extending the arm there from Blethen. Will get a free kick from Barnhart. Trying to find Washington, but Krebser's the first one there. Krebser knocking it out. I'll get a St. Pete throw in. Into Green it goes. But Manatee on possession. Out now to Einsman. Trying to find Christensen, but it's an errant pass. Roberts now into Blethen. Trying to make a defender miss, but it's kicked away. Good move, a good trap there from Washington. Another good move to get some open space. Gould, the first one there, and she gets it. A great job defending there. Outside now, Manatee and Cornell. Blethen trying to get it to Schaefer. Now Schaefer to take the throw. She gets it into Einsman. Back to Einsman. She gets it up to Schaefer. Schaefer knocking it over to Roberts. Roberts is going to have some space. One-on-one with the keeper. She knocks it right at her. It's saved on a slide back and goal, and it's in! Meredith Roberts nets this first one, and the Canes are up 1-0. Back here for the second half of this FSHAA 5A District final match between the Manatee Hurricanes and the St. Pete Green Devils. Manatee holding on to that late first half 1-0 lead. And they start with possession here. Still Meredith. Roberts the only one up front playing that forward spot. And no changes in the formation for either team here so far. But we've got a chance now here for Manatee. Blethen with some space knocks it far and over the goal. She could have kept that low. But she just had to knock that one far and over the goal. Keeper change for St. Pete. As Burns knocks it forward. Marquise out and Kudik in goal for the Green Devils. I'm not sure what that one's all about. I thought Marquise did a fine job in goal. I thought it was much of her reason that the game was only 1-0. St. Pete a little reckless with that one. They turned over to a throw-in on the far side. Roberts can't handle the trap, and that'll go outside for another throw-in. This time for St. Pete. They throw it forward in a flick out of bounds for them. Canes will take over. Into Christensen. She hits it midfield to Blethen. Einsman now on it. Back to Becca Burns. Himes now trying a through ball to Schaefer. Deflected, Manatee maintaining possession. A good through ball. Now they get it into Schaefer. She goes into the 18, working her way to possession, but just out of reach for her. Going to be picked up by Kudik, and she will punt it away. No one there for the Green Devils. And Himes couldn't handle that one. St. Pete now in possession. Intercepted by Krebser. Trying to find Morrow. Morrow keeping it in. Roberts now with it. She's got a chance to get into the 18. She does. Many black shirts outnumbering Manatee in that 18-yard box right now. And because of that, they knock that chance away. Krebser keeping the danger alive. St. Pete now hitting it to Washington. Now trying to force that ball in. Hard challenge sends Burns to the floor. And be out of bounds. Manatee will take over from a throw-in. They get it up and Blethen tries to flick it over. Einsman up to Schaefer now. They're reaching that neutral side of the field. Kicking it up and a great through ball into Roberts. Roberts forced to take an angle outside. Knocking it now into the 18. Finding Morrow. She's just out of reach of that one. Good run all around. Great passing from Manatee. And that was another good chance from them. Just a little too far. Kudik to take the goal kick. She blasted up, finding the foot of her teammate. They can't handle the trap. Forced to knock it out wide. Krebser beating Washington to that ball. Now Washington getting it into Sweat in the middle. She's trying to get it to the far side out wide, but it's just out of her teammate's reach. Ref signaling on the ground for a free kick instead of a throw-in. St. Pete booting it up towards the middle of the 18. Himes there to challenge. Now the Green Devils knock it down, but just out of bounds for a Manatee goal kick. St. Pete trying to stretch the field a bit more this half, but still a bit off with their passing. Einsman throws it into a crowd of black shirts. Christensen trying to take advantage off of the trap, but it's just out of her reach. Morrow trying to intercept, but St. Pete now has it going down the sideline. Good defense there from Krebser. Into the box it goes, rolling into Manatee's keeper. Ball bouncing forward, Schaefer trying to get to it, and a favorable bounce gives her some space. She'll take it, coming into the 18, crossing it over, trying to find Roberts. She saves it before it goes out of bounds. Now she tries to get it into the middle, but Morrow stumbling, not able to get to that one. We've been pausing the game as one of the Green Devil players is down from that collision where Schaefer was able to get possession as those two teammates collided. She'll head to the sideline. We'll get a substitution here for her. And we'll resume this game with a Canes throw-in on the far side of the field. Krebser to take it. Gets into Roberts, who flicks it over to Morrow, knocking it in the middle of that 18. Wisely cleared out for another Manatee throw-in. Krebser again to take. Going to Roberts again. That one's out of bounds. Manatee now on the ground to Krebser. Fires it into the 18. Schaefer finds herself with possession. Now back to Einsman. Einsman into the 18. Both teams just trying to gain some sort of possession here, and Christensen just knocks it out of bounds, out of reach of Schaefer. Schaefer was staying home. Christensen thought she was going down the sideline. St. Pete now splitting the defense, moving up the field. Up it goes, but Krebser's on it. She knocks it forward towards Morrow. Out of her reach. Himes now with it in the middle of the field, and still see Schaefer down the sideline. Schaefer now into the 18, trying to find Roberts again. She gets a foot on it, but cannot deflect it towards goal. Kudak punting it forward now. Einsman the first one to it. Too much there from Manatee. We'll get a St. Pete free kick. They knock it up on the ground. Not much distance on this one. Krebs are knocking it away from Washington before she could turn the corner. Another substitution here for St. Pete. Sarah Green will head to the sidelines. Another clear from Manatee. St. Pete now capitalizing off the throw-in. Washington trying to find space, but far outnumbered. Now the shot at goal from St. Pete. Well saved and well cleared there. Manatee dealing with some danger for really the first time in this game. They'll get a threatening throw-in. Green Devils will send it into the middle. Trying to find Washington. Becca's the first one on it. Now to Washington, and it's in! St. Petersburg has tied it up! Isabel Garcia. Off of that deflection, the ball lands right at her feet. And this game is all tied up. Garcia, with the injured player who had to come out and then subbed back in for Green, immediately capitalizes on her opportunity on the field. We'll see how Manatee responds now that this game is all tied up in the district final match. St. Pete back on it again. They could threaten here. Once again, Washington with it. To the outside they go, but just out of reach. All momentum with the Green Devils right now. Krebs are clearing it, but it goes right into the middle. Burns trying to take it forward. Blasting it up, trying to get it over the midfield. Himes now trying to find Roberts. She does. Christensen now trying to find some space. She's got Schaefer down the sideline. Schaefer's got it. She's got some space now moving into the 18. She's got Morrow on the far side, but it's Blethen who trails right at goal, and it's over the bar. Blethen with a perfect chance to retake that lead. What great ball movement from Manatee. Just too much pace on that one as that one goes right over the crossbar. Kudos now taking it forward from a goal kick. Blethen back on it in the middle. She tries to feed Roberts, but the pass behind her. What an exciting second half. An exciting game that this has been. A well-fought soccer match between both teams. Schaefer with it here on the near side. All the way back to Lindsay Gould. She gets it to Krebs, who tries to work her way up the sideline, but it's out on her. Einsman, the first one there for Manatee, knocking it over the defense, trying to get it into Roberts. She's cut off by the defender. Kuda kicking it forward. St. Pete now knocking it forward. An awkward rolling ball into the 18. As Manatee clears it forward. Krebs are well defended there. Christensen to the outside. Einsman, a nice move to get some space. Christensen taking hers as well. Now forward to Schaefer. The offense running through her. She's into the 18 now again. Crossing it over, but it's well defended by St. Pete. Out of bounds for a Canes throw-in. Throwing it back to Einsman. She's got space. She knocks it toward the middle. Einsman. Look for the long pass here. She does. Get it into the 18. Roberts is there. Hitting the goal, and Canes are on top. What a deflection from Meredith Roberts. Just heard from the official. There is 19 minutes left in this one. Canes holding on to that 2-1 lead. Both goals for Meredith Roberts. Blethen now winning it for Manatee. Keeping possession. Knocking it down to Cornell. Manatee trying to maintain possession here. Outside now to Roberts. Einsman now with it. Einsman burned off the ball. And now she's forced to get back and cover. She does. Ball right back in the middle for the Green Devils. Almost had Washington with no one in front of her. So now try to knock it up to her. It's in that area. Lindsay Gould trying to play it, but leaves it for the goalie. Little miscommunication there. That cleared too much for Cornell to corral. Going for a Green Devils throw-in off the restart. Manatee regaining possession. Blethen to the near side to Einsman. Einsman knocking it forward, and she had Roberts again down that line. Those two have got that timing down. You can definitely see they're in late season form on that one. Himes trying to get it out to Einsman. It eventually does. Christensen now with it. Playing Schaefer in a great through ball. Schaefer down into the 18. Giving a far post ball, but Cornell not quite there. Throw for the Green Devils coming up. Cornell out. Morrow back in here on this substitution. We start here. Manatee now about to take over again off of a throw-in. That ball now into the 18-yard box. Blethen looking for space, firing at a goal. But Kuduk's there for it. Punt forward, bouncing from midfield to the feet of Einsman. She gets it to Schaefer. Schaefer now trying to get down the sideline. Throw in here for Manatee. 15 minutes left to play. Schaefer now feeding Christensen down the line. She's trying to hit it inside the 18, but it's blocked. Einsman now knocking it forward. Morrow getting ahead on it, but wide of the goal. Morrow now gets it off the counter, trying to work her way to some space. Out of bounds, Green Devils throw. Manatee now getting it off a deflection. They'll throw it into Blethen in the midfield. She'll kick it out to Einsman. Einsman playing it down to Schaefer, just out of her reach. St. Pete restarting here from their own goal and a goal kick. The flick over, but it'll just go for a Manatee throw-in. Christensen to throw. Getting it into Roberts. Surrounded by 4 black jerseys. Not doing much with that. Burns now heading it forward and a clear. All the way back to Manatee's keeper. She knocks it forward past the midfield line. Burns again, the header out. Down the sideline, Krebser intercepts, but can't maintain possession. Burns again called upon, but this one instead knocked back to midfield. Schaefer with it, carrying it back, now cleared up by Burns. St. Pete clearing it wide. Tapping it outside. Now back in. Trying to find some space. Now Gold trying to work her way to possession. Manatee's keeper almost letting that one go through her hands. That was dangerous. Washington a good challenge, but out of bounds it'll go for a Canes throw-in. Just about 10 minutes left to play here. St. Pete on an all-out attack. Players much more positioned for goal-scoring opportunities more than defense, which, down a goal in the district final, you would expect such things with about 10 minutes left. Heading it forward to the feet of Washington, well defended by Burns. They can't get it out. Krebser now finally forced to just knock it far out of bounds. The throw inside the 18. Knocked away by Manatee. Here comes a long shot. Saved by the keeper. It's off her hands again. But she corrals her own deflection. Punting it forward now. Roberts on it. Outside to Schaefer. Schaefer trying to bounce it forward. And now out in the attacking third. Manatee will take over with a throw-in. She throws it back to Einsman. And Einsman blasting it forward in the middle. Through everybody, and that'll go out of bounds for a St. Pete throw-in on the far side. Manatee now winning possession with a throw-in. Himes with it at the midfield. She's muscled off the ball. The ball now gets into Washington. She makes her move. She's got some open space. She takes the rip at goal, and it's well blocked by Rebecca Burns, and she saves, I believe, the corner kick. No, they are calling it out of bounds. A great effort from her to not only get in front of that ball, but try to save that corner, but it will go for a corner. 7 black jerseys inside that 18. All but Meredith Roberts in defense here for Manatee. Here comes the kick. It's a far post ball. Washington's on it, and her header goes over the bar. Great corner kick. Great run from Washington. Someone from Manatee's got to challenge that. They can't give her that easy of a deflection. Bad goal kick. Washington now firing it near goal. It's off the side of the net. We'll get a goal kick. Washington trying to make a couple players miss for St. Pete. She's been heavily involved in this offensive attack so far. Manatee now with it. Now they could have numbers going down. But Roberts' pass goes right into a black jersey. Himes with it, trying to get it outside again, and an errant pass. Christensen's now on it, getting it to Schaefer. Nice trap by her, but she's all alone. She'll try and take on 4 black jerseys. Out of bounds. She'll get to control the pace of this game here with a throw-in. Roberts now on it, to the midfield. Blethen now with it. Getting it through, trying to find Schaefer. They knock it out. It would be a Manatee throw-in. Here comes the throw from Schaefer. Into the box. Near Christensen. Christensen now almost having some space. Himes the first one to challenge there for Manatee. Now the ball going to the far side. Krebs are the first one to get it. Booting it forward near the 18. Burns knocking it away. Blethen now taking it outside to Einsman. Schaefer now getting it, trying to get some space, but it's well defended, well positioned by St. Pete. Roberts winning the throw-in, trying to get it into Christensen. Burns the first one there to get to it for Manatee. She now knocks it in to Roberts at the midfield. Schaefer's on the run, but just out of her reach as well. Roberts back on it now from a short clear. Gets it back up to Schaefer. Schaefer now in the 18. To the far post. That ball is a goal, but it rolls out of bounds. Great chance there from Sydney Morrow to put this one away. Probably about 5 minutes left in this one. Christensen, they're the first one from that goal kick. Blethen trying to win it. Now here come the Green Devils in attack. Throwing here for St. Pete, feeding it into Washington, but it's off her thigh and out of bounds. Manatee, I'm sure, will take their time with this throw-in. They do. Now feed it into Christensen. She's on it, trying to take on 2 players. That ball is fired out. They'll restart on another throw-in. There it goes forward. All the way back to the Green Devils' final line of defense. Playing with it now at the midfield. Now finally knocking it forward out wide. Back into the middle, trying to feed Sweat. Now Einsman with it. Getting it up to Schaefer. It's to her feet. She carries it back. Now into Himes. And over to Blethen. Manatee controlling the pace, but just out of her reach. Now we'll have a counterattack from St. Pete. Down the line it goes. Getting some space, trying to feed Washington. Well headed away by Krebser. Danger not over. They fired a goal and it's punched away. Washington trying to get there. And a collision there between Washington, Krebser, and Manus. Manus to her feet. I believe we're going to get a yellow card here for St. Pete's coach. Wanting a push in the back on Krebser. Manus, a great job to get there to save what would have been probably a goal. Another yellow card now for the assistant coach of St. Pete. Manatee will take their time with this one. That's probably another minute added on time here. If I had to guess, I'd say there's about 2 or 3 minutes left. Burns to take the goal kick. She knocks it all the way up to Roberts. Roberts now just clearing it forward. Schaefer down the line. Trying to beat the defender there. They just knock it back to Kudik at goal. She knocks it forward. And now a quick restart for the Green Devils. They'll start with a throw-in. Getting it in the middle. Christensen trying to work her way to possession. Schaefer does. Getting it to Himes. Himes up to Roberts. Roberts cuts it back. Getting it to Christensen. And now the Green Devils just knock it out of bounds. Schaefer hitting Blethen on the run. Down the sideline, Christensen will get it. It's still in bounds, and she knocks it over the goalkeeper. If they would have had someone on that back post, it would have been a wide open goal. Out of bounds again, we'll get a Manatee throw in. The referee checks his watch. Krebser throwing it over to the defense. Trying to get Roberts into some space. They knock it out of bounds, and we will get a corner kick for the Canes. Manatee kicking it in, trying to find Blethen. Well stepped in front by the Green Devils. Another Canes throw in. A lot of time off the clock here now for St. Pete. Schaefer just trying to throw it to the corner. Himes now in space, kicking it forward, trying to kick it at goal. Now with a lot of urgency here from St. Pete, knowing that time is against them. Kudik knocks it forward, but instead it's deflected, but offsides from Roberts. Every player in black now up in attack as Kudik knocks it forward. Christensen's the first one at it, but another throw in here for the Green Devils. They throw it forward. Christensen again's on it. Another throw up coming. This time finding the teammate. Roberts trying to get to it. Now feeding it in. Himes trying to win it back. Himes doing just that, knocking it out wide. Finding Morrow. Morrow's now on the far side, bringing it up past midfield. Blethen knocking it forward. Deflected, and the Green Devils now have a chance. Defended by Burns. Now in space, trying to get something going. Himes clears it out. Christensen gets it to Schaefer. Schaefer knocks it up the sideline. Roberts trying to get the first one there to it, but it's out of bounds on her. And Roberts down on the field, off of the field after that challenge, grabbing her hamstring. And we'll get Clarissa Palmer into the game. Boy, have things heated up here in these last 2 minutes. It's always the beauty and the torture of soccer is that you never know exactly when it's going to end. That clock doesn't go to 0. It goes off the referee's watch. The Green Devils knock it forward. Out of bounds by Himes. Into the attacking third now. Einsman winning it. Now getting space. Finally clearing it up. It's going to roll all the way to Kudak. She'll knock it forward. Out of bounds it goes. Manatee throw. Einsman taking the throw. Getting it up past the defense. They head it in the middle. Blethyn getting it forward. Now the Green Devils on it. Himes with it. Knocking it all the way forward past the final line of defense. They had Palmer running down. Kudak knocking it into the air. Blethyn's the first one on it. And there's the final whistle. The Manatee Hurricanes are district champions. Meredith Roberts, the MVP of this one, surely with both goals for the Canes. They will now be the #1 seed in their region as they continue their road onto the Final Four and the state championship. That's all from us here. Manatee wins this one by a score of 2-1 against the St. Pete Green Devils.